Welcome back to Rides and Rigs and our next installment in the Meet the Fleet series. I apologize for the delay in content. I had some internet and editing computer performance issues that plagued me last week, delaying this upload due to my busy schedule. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite vehicles in the fleet, and one that you've probably seen in a few of my videos but hasn't been properly addressed yet. Now, before we get in too far, why don't we have a look? Cue the montage. This is my 2001 Kawasaki ZRX1200R. I purchased this bike June 2018 as an early birthday present to myself. She had right around 17,000 miles on it, and I proceeded to put over 4,000 miles in just that summer. I spent most of my time jumping on the Blue Ridge Parkway after work and on the weekends, spending countless hours just riding with no direction. I did have the opportunity to have this bike dynoed at one point, and I really wasn't sure what to expect. The bike does have a full Muzzy exhaust system, a slightly shortened muffler, which was my best attempt at hiding the damage from the original owner dropping the bike. It also has pod filters and has been jetted accordingly. MC News had reported that these bikes made 111.7 horsepower and 80.7 pound-feet of torque, and these bikes were advertised with 122 horsepower. We managed to squeeze right at 118 horsepower at the wheel, and it was running a little rich. Unfortunately, the motorcycle was damaged in August of 2018 by an HVAC company servicing the AC unit at my work. Both me and my boss had asked if the bike needed to be moved for them to complete the job, and they said that it was fine where it was. Upon leaving for the day, I discovered that it was, in fact, not fine. The bike was covered with little specks of an unidentified white substance, and as it turns out, that substance was the highly acidic solution used to clean the coils of AC units. Because the bike was painted in a matte black by the previous owner, there was no way to polish it out, and the only remedy was a full repaint. Fortunately, the company requested covering the cost of new paint, and I did what I could to work with them, only asking for a repaint of the bodywork as I had intended to address the previously damaged engine covers anyways. I did what I could to clean up the bike, and at the end of the riding season I disassembled it and sent the bodywork off to be refinished. I hired a local body shop that my shop often worked with to refinish the bodywork, and the owner personally took the project on. As it was winter, I was in no particular hurry to get the bike back together, as it would only sit until the next riding season anyways. It did take a little longer than anticipated, but the owner of the body shop was only working on it in his spare time, of which he had very little. August 2019, I was able to pick up my bodywork, and I had already ordered some other pieces to go on the bike. I removed the engine covers, the swing arm, and the brake rotors to refinish them to black, as I felt it would better match the color scheme I had in mind. I also refinished the brake calipers to a bright shiny red. After installing all those pieces, it was time to bring in the fresh bodywork with this brilliant atomic orange metallic paint. This color is unique to a run of 06 to 08 Corvettes. There were roughly 6,000 cars painted in this color, which has made it somewhat difficult for me to find the one that I want to match this bike, although I haven't been looking very hard or with any conviction. Topping off the new paint was a Competition Works fender eliminator kit. custom horn relocation, stainless engine bolt set, new windshield hardware, and sequential turn signals. I also replaced the worn front brakes at the time with some EBC double H centered pads. With the bike back together, it was finally time to ride again. Unfortunately, the season was relatively short at this point, and we were amidst the house buying process that eventually relocated us here to Eastern Tennessee. Up until this summer, the bike had only seen maybe 200 miles on the road since the rebuild and has spent a lot of time sitting, which eventually killed the battery. After finally spending some time with it, I have been able to ride and have probably got another 100 miles or so on the bike. She's got a fresh tank of fuel now and is ready to get back on the road. I can assure you I am beyond ready to get back in the groove on this old bike and start exploring some of the beautiful mountain roads here in Tennessee, many of which I've seen in passing from the cab of a semi-truck, which only compounds the desire to get back out and carve some corners. I look forward to bringing more content with this machine and showing you the incredible beauty of Appalachia. Thank you for watching this episode of Rides and Rigs. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this content and would like to see more like it, please hit the subscribe button down below. Also, leave a like and a comment to let me know how I'm doing. I would be forever grateful if you even decided to share this with a friend. You know, we aim to bring a wide variety of content for you all, and the more we grow, the easier it will be for me to bring even more cool, wild, and weird things for you to enjoy. Thanks again for joining me today. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.